La Nina is ending across the center of the Pacific Ocean. What does that mean for the Great Lakes region, and what weather are we expecting this next week? Let's get right to it. Hello everyone, it is 4:27 p.m. and it is March 14th. Welcome to another update from Great Lakes Weather. Hopefully everybody is doing well today. Really, when we look at the weather that's coming over the next week or so, doesn't look too terribly bad. There is the chance though for some heavy snow if you live in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and we will look at that as we go through this little presentation. I'm also going to talk about El Nino. The Climate Prediction Center has said that La Nina is ending and we're going to begin a transition to El Nino. Now, I think bad timing for that to happen during spring because that's when tornado season comes in as well. And it looks like there could be an uptick in tornadoes, particularly across Michigan, because historically we have seen greater tornado potential when we are transitioning from a La Nina to an El Nino season. So let's get right to it with what is going on from the Climate Prediction Center. Here is what we are looking at, okay? So right here, you do see that the anomaly for the Pacific Ocean temperature has changed quite a bit over the past several months. You do have, from July through about February, you do notice that we have cooler than average temperatures across parts of the Pacific Ocean, okay? So the Central Pacific Ocean has been cooler than normal in terms of about 1 degree Celsius below normal. What we're going to be seeing is we're actually going to start to see, according to the latest forecast, that El Nino is going to start to take hold over parts of the Pacific Ocean, okay? So you have that neutral area during the next few seasons, and then you do notice that according to this chart, the probability for El Nino is going up, okay? So you have a very elevated chance for El Nino across parts of the Pacific Ocean, and that is going to influence our weather in the fact that it will strengthen the jet stream over parts of the northern United States. All right, so that is going to have some impact on the weather that we see. A strengthened Pacific jet stream in the south will mean less hurricanes during the fall months, and then a stronger jet stream in the north that will fuel drier, warmer air across parts of the United States. But also it will cause the potential for the stronger storms that move through to be actually a little bit stronger with a stronger jet stream in parts of the northern United States. So that could have some impacts to the weather across the United States. Alrighty, so with that, I'm going to show you what the tornado probabilities are between La Nina and El Nino here. Okay, so you're looking at La Nina, okay? So you've noticed that we've had an uptick in tornadoes this past year, and that's really due to the La Nina season. You do see, based on climate.gov's data, historically, La Nina has been a stronger time for tornadoes, okay? And you'd see that there's a little bit more of a chance, especially in parts of Arkansas, Kentucky, Tennessee. Even Ohio has a chance of a bit more frequent events. Now, hailstorms especially are more significant as well during this time. Southern United States, very impactful, very strong hailstorms down in those regions. We've seen some pretty impressive hailstorms occur across parts of the Southern United States during this La Nina season. El Nino's different. El Nino, it does show a slightly decreased amount of tornadoes and hail, according to this map, okay? Now, historically, though, if you look at just the Great Lakes region, tornado events have been more frequent in the Great Lakes region during this time. Why? Well, because of that stronger jet stream that is fueled by that warmer Pacific air across parts of the Pacific Ocean. All right? So I think this next severe weather season could be interesting for the Great Lakes region. It could be a little bit stronger. We're going to have to wait to see exactly how that unfolds. I do think this spring will bring a little bit more of a frequency for tornadoes. We'll have to see how that pans out a little bit later. All right, let's go to the actual weather models now. GFS model, let's take a look at what's going on. First of all, pretty major nor'easter ongoing across parts of the Northeast. You do have a lot of heavy snow falling, a lot of wind out there that is also causing some surge of some water. But the heavy snow out there causing some impacts in that region. That's been something that's been forecasted for several days now up to this point. Progressing it forward, you do see that as we get into Thursday, okay, so Thursday morning, High pressure is going to be dominating across the Great Lakes region. We do not really see too much activity ongoing, maybe a little bit of snow and rain if you live in the Upper Peninsula, but nothing much else for anyone until we get into Thursday afternoon. You do notice that this low pressure system is starting to deepen across parts of the plains. Now, as this deepens, we will see the development of more moisture as it draws from that Gulf air farther to the south. This is at 7 a.m. Thursday. Progressing it forward, you do see the rainfall that is starting to kind of overshadow the region, Michigan, Indiana, and Ohio. And then you also notice snow in the Upper Peninsula. And that snow could be heavy at times, it looks like. It looks like it could have a lot of heavy snow with that event. As that deepens, we do notice that there will be some thunderstorms developing much farther to the south. I'm not sure if those thunderstorms will be developing in parts of Indiana and Ohio. We'll have to see how that unfolds with the new models that come in. We'll have to watch the HRRR for possible thunderstorms. But I do think it's really going to be mainly a rain event for all of the Great Lakes region. Unless you live in the Upper Peninsula, heavy snow, big impacts if you are in the Upper Peninsula. Now, lake effect snow will be ongoing on the backside. Why? Because the temperature difference aloft is going to be 23 degrees from the surface, and when that happens, we usually get that lake effect snow occurring across parts of Michigan. Lake effect snow does appear probable. It doesn't really look like too much. Probably could see maybe 2 to 3 inches of snow across the majority of Michigan, and I really think the lake effect snow will probably continue also across the Upper Peninsula to add to that accumulation. Now, going forward, we don't really see too much. What I am seeing, though, in the long range is the potential that winter is finally going to have its last hurrah. All right? I think spring is going to be making its way in here rather quickly. Once we get this trough digging through, it's a deeper trough. It's going to definitely cool down temperatures across the Great Lakes region over the weekend. But then as we get into late March, you may notice that there is a very prominent ridging building in the eastern United States. Now with that ridging, we're going to have warmer air, all right? So I think the warmer air is really going to start to build into here. And then you look farther into the end of March, you do see those troughs start to dig in. That's getting out farther out into the long range, but I do see temperatures in the 50s starting to come in next week. Not this week, but probably next week. So that's something that could possibly occur with the upcoming forecast. No, it's a short video. Not really going to be an active weather week this coming week. Just the fact that La Nina is ending, we could see an uptick in tornado potential based on historical analyses for Michigan, Northern Indiana, Northern Ohio. Those places do tend to see an uptick in that type of activity when we start to enter an ENSO-neutral season. Okay, so that's just something to watch out for. That's pretty much the information I got. Hopefully this video was informational, helpful. Make sure to subscribe. That's the only way we can continue to do this, so make sure to stick with that. And thanks for watching, and I will see you all later.